People Before Profit have many activists who have been fighting for choice for decades, and many who are new to this fight. We have a vision of a better Ireland, a vision of a better world where women have real choices and equality, where sexism and discrimination are things of the past.
The idea that they were trying to outlaw abortion through constitutional means was something that I was horrified by. I used to think our constitution was a wonderful thing to have because it enshrined our declaration as a republic and our freedom and all the rest of it. And in my naivety, I thought this was a great piece of work, so don't taint it by putting something like this in. Women should have the right to choose, and they shouldn't be, their womb or their body shouldn't be part of the constitution. And this was being pushed by the Catholic Church. We campaigned very hard to try and stop the 8th Amendment going into the Constitution, but we lost that particular campaign. And all these years later, we're now getting an opportunity for really anybody who's under 51 years of age. Would be the first time they've had a chance to vote in it.
So I became involved in the pro-choice movement in 1979 in England. I worked with a woman who looked after the 4 children of her mother. And one day she sort of said to me, do you want to come to this meeting on abortion? And I said, I don't really know what I think about abortion. I'm Irish, you know, I was brought up a Catholic, which is a bit silly now when you think about it. But she said, look, my brother was against abortion as well, and he got married young. He and his wife had 4 kids as steps of stairs, you know, one after the other, 4 kids under the age of 4. And he came home one day when the youngest baby was only 3 or 4 months old to find his wife dead in a pool of blood in the bathroom. She hadn't even told him that she was pregnant again. She clearly was trying to cause an abortion and she died. And so this woman said to me, so you see, the choice is, are you for legal, safe abortion, or are you for more women dying like that? And I immediately thought, that could have been my mother dying on that bathroom floor, because she had 4 kids under 4 when she was very young. This is a level of injustice that I'd never heard of in Ireland, a level of injustice that I hadn't known about, and I've always been pro-choice since then.
I first came to Ireland in 2005 when I was 19, and I didn't know much about Ireland when I first came here. So when I first heard that there was no abortion in Ireland, I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that in a country in Europe in the 21st century that abortion was totally banned. And I'd always been interested in kind of women's issues and left-wing issues, workers' rights and stuff like that before. But I think really when Savita died, I think there was a big shift, and many people like myself just got outraged.
I first probably got involved in the pro-choice movement here in the north when I returned from university in Liverpool, and a number of things were happening on the ground. We saw a Mary Stopes clinic opening up here, and right away there were pro-lifers outside who were treating women that were entering very, very poorly. Women who were physically assaulted, women who were emotionally assaulted outside the clinic, and there was a call to protest outside it to protect those women. I'd probably been pro-choice for quite some time before that, but I think there was a spark there that really ignited a passion in me to fight back on the streets and as part of a movement for change for the abortion law in the north.
From beginning to take control of my own reproductive health, from wanting to have a baby, and kind of looking further into what women have to go through when they do decide they want to have a child. And if there's any difficulty in your reproductive health, you're also not told how the 8th Amendment might affect that. So basically the management of someone who is having a miscarriage. You know, you can be having a miscarriage and be left for 2 weeks without being given any treatment for it, because there's still a heartbeat there, although they know that you are having a miscarriage. So I think wanting to become involved in pro-choice was born out of me wanting to take control of my own body and my own reproductive health. I lived in rural Ireland for quite a few years, and down there, you know, abortion isn't mentioned, or the 8th Amendment isn't mentioned. And when, I suppose, after Yes Equality, it was such a positive experience, the next step for progression was, you know, let's have women have choice. The clothes may change, the times may change, but the fight for freedom and choice remains. Repeal the 8. Extend the 67 Act in the north. Fight to make abortion free, safe and legal, north and south. Fight to create a world where women have a voice. If you agree with us, please get involved. Join People Before Profit today.